Cut, prep, tack, weld. That is the mantra of any good fabricator. Essentially what we are going to be doing is we're going to do an exercise that I do in my classes here at the Arc Academy, where we take two pieces of 1/2-inch square bar. We're going to prep them by chamfering two edges, so when they combine you have a double V chamfered butt joint. And to do that, we're going to remove all the burrs, the mill scale, and do our chamfer with a stone grinding wheel on our 4.5-inch angle grinder. So anytime you're going to be doing this, it's really a good idea to lock your material down. So what we'll do is we're going to lock the material down in our vise. I like to angle it a little down just so it's easier to get to. Clamp that down really good and then put on all of your protective gear. So when you are grinding, you want to make sure when you are grinding, you have to have your grinder at an angle. Usually this angle is going to be 15 degrees in order to clear your arbor or your arbor nut. And if you're using a guard, also to clear your guard. But the other angle, so we're going to be at 15 degrees here, and then we're going to be at 45. 45 is the angle of the chamfers that we are going to use today, and we're just going to grind that in. Now, when you first start grinding into your material, what you want to concentrate on is just a medium pressure, and you want to swipe and push away. Do this 3 or 4 times, because what you want to do is you want to get a landing in the material first. This will have the grain going in the same direction as the disc. After that, you can put more pressure on it and you can go back and forth. If you go in immediately and just push in full pressure right away, what's going to happen is this is the same material as a cutting disc. It's an aluminum oxide disc. So what it's going to do is it's going to cut into the piece. That will leave a divot there, and it's kind of rough on your hands when you try to take that out. So what you want to do is just start a couple, 3 or 4 strokes away from you in one direction, get that landing going first, then go in and grind the rest of it. Okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to put on the rest of our safety gear. Put your lid down. So now what do we have? Well, we have 2 pieces of 1/2-inch square bar that are chamfered on 2 edges. Now, when you point these in at each other, what you're going to notice is that you have a 1/4-inch V chamfer on both sides. So what we'll do is we'll clamp these together and we get to weld on both sides and get some practice in. Now, but as you can see, we have 2 sides. This is called a double V chamfered butt joint. And you can also notice that we have cleaned off the material. This is hot roll steel, so we've cleaned off the mill scale, any dust, dirt, debris, oil, grease, rust, what have you, from the potential weld zone. So if you accidentally are practicing, you come out of your weld zone, you're not carrying back any inclusionary elements that are going to compromise the weld integrity. So that is a double V chamfered butt joint.